Yeah. Stop. Damn,
Shit, did you break it?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Man, that's one of my favorite glasses, too.
I just Gorilla Glue it back together. It'll be alright.
I mean, I got another one. It's not broke. Yeah. So what's going on over there in the Proctor estate?
I about died.
How you about died? Talking about we went to the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Anaphylactic shock.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Good times. Good times.
So what did you eat that had bananas in it?
Acai bowl. It's an acai bowl. It's the acai berries.
For the ACAI thing?
Yeah.
AC,
So
yep.
it's frozen, and it come with this little pack of granola that you, after you let it thaw out, you sprinkle the granola in it, mix it up, and you eat it. Well, I took one to work, and we had somebody come and donate 12 cases of Girl Scout cookies to us. So we were distributing these cases of Girl Scout cookies to like the fire department, EMS, the police department, county, and all them to come and get their cookies.
Mm.
Well, the fire department, Canyon Fire Department, had just walked in the door to get their cookies, and I was mixing my stuff together, getting it ready or whatever, and I got a spoon and went to eat it, and I took one spoon and stuck it in my mouth, and instantly I tasted bananas, and I was like, I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I just like froze, and I looked all around, and I was
spit
like,
it out, like immediately spit it out?
no, I didn't know what to do, so I swallowed it. It panicked me, so
That's
I
what
swallowed
got you.
it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God. And I threw it in the trash can, and they were like, what? I was like, that had bananas in it. I'm allergic to bananas. And they all were looking at me, and I was like, I want to eat an EpiPen. I want to eat an EpiPen. And the fire guys were looking at me like, what? Shut up. No, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. I'm going to need an EpiPen. And they were like, are you serious? I was like, yes, I'm fucking serious. I'm like,
have you had that allergy all your life?
yes.
Or is it adult onset? Oh, okay.
The older I get, the worse it gets.
Oh.
So
you can't have banana. What else can't you have? You can't have bananas?
So I can't have bananas, period. No, if it's peeled and it eat like that.
Any peeled fruit, like oranges?
Now,
can you have oranges?
I can have oranges. Peaches will do the same thing to me. Like if it's still got its peeling on it and I eat it, it makes my mouth tingly, makes my tongue tingly. It doesn't do like what bananas does. It doesn't shut my whole body down. But if I can eat peaches like in a peach cobbler, which I don't eat cooked fruit, but like out of a can, those don't bother me because it doesn't have the peeling on it.
Right.
But I mean, I can still eat a peach, but it just makes me tingly and, itchy around my mouth, and my tongue starts itching and it tingles or whatever. But it doesn't do as bad as bananas. And so I'm sitting there telling them, I'm going to need an EpiPen. I'm going to need an EpiPen. And they were just all laughing and whatever. And I was like, I'm fucking serious, you retards. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah. They think you're joking
yeah,
at that
they think
point?
I'm joking. So Emily jumps up and she's like, oh, I got them baby chewable Benadryl, because the last time I had something like this happen, we didn't have no Benadryl in dispatch. So she went and got some and kept them in her purse in case of like this ever happened again. So she started handing me all these Benadryls to take. So I took 3 chewable baby Benadryls or whatever. Yep. And so one of the guys from the fire department looked at me. He was like, are you seriously going to need an EpiPen? I was like, I don't know. I'm going to see how this.
And you don't keep an EpiPen in your purse?
No, I've never had to have an EpiPen because I've known to stay away from bananas.
Yeah, but you're supposed to keep one just in case, though.
Well,
because you never know if you're going to go to a restaurant and something's mixed in, like with a
right.
fruit bowl, or you don't even know,
right.
Well,
if I eat banana pudding, I usually dip the bananas out. Well,
you can eat the artificial stuff, right?
Yes. Okay. I just can't eat the banana.
Like a real homemade banana.
Right.
Gotcha.
So my banana pudding is always made just like banana flavored pudding with the cookies
like
and
the
whipped cream.
Good old KFC banana pudding.
Yeah.
I used to love me some KFC banana pudding.
What? Say what?
Woo! Me and my daddy were truck drivers, and we stopped at a KFC, had a buffet in it. You remember some of the KFCs had a buffet?
Yes.
They don't have them anymore. I took them all out.
Yes.
So we will stop at this place. It was in South Carolina. I think Bishopville somewhere. Yeah, Bishopville, South Carolina. We'd pull in there, and they had a buffet. and I'd head straight for the nanner pudding.
Man,
my dad's like, "You're not gonna eat no chicken first?" I said, "Bo, the banana pudding's the only reason I came."
they had the best green beans, and they had,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
the gizzards and all
Oh, they'd have
that.
butter beans and all kind of stuff in the
Mhm,
buffet. Yeah,
mhm.
corn, whatever you wanted. Yeah. But anyway, so
So,
you ended up having to go to the hospital.
well, I took the 3 Benadryls, and my heart started racing really fast.
Yeah, that vinegar will
And
do that.
I was like, Emma was like, "How you feeling?" And I said, "My tongue's itchy." I said, "I feel like the back of the tongue and my tongue's starting to swell a little bit." I said,
I
"And
know that
now
feeling. That sucks.
yeah," I said, "now the insides of my cheeks are getting tingly." Then my right, it was weird because then my right thigh started itching. So I was
Now, all these
scratching.
tingling stuff happening. That's like the beginnings of anaphylactic shock.
Yeah. I mean,
So your
it
body
just,
is starting to go
yes.
into the
I mean,
okay.
and it was fast. It
Oui.
was fast. And then my head started tingling and itching, and my left ear
Your
started
head
itching.
started tingling?
Yes, and my
And you
ear,
said your thigh started tingling?
yes.
Holy
Then
cow.
my ear started itching, and I was like, itching it. And she was like, "Tina, I'm fixing to call because one of our EMS stations is on downstairs." So she
Mm.
said, "I'm fixing to call one of them to come up here and just assess you." I was like, "Okay." So
Mm.
the girl come up,
That's
and she
convenient.
was like, "What's going on?" And I told her, and she was like, "Open your mouth." And I opened my mouth. She was like, "Let's go." I was like, "Are you for real?" She said, "Let's go." She
Were
said,
you
"Have you
swelling up
seen?"
inside? Is that what's
Oh
happening?
yeah. She said,
Yeah.
"Tina, your tongue." I was like, "I know. I can't talk right now because
I thought that thing. What does it mean to go to the hospital? I don't think I'm going to be okay.
I said, "How long am I having to stay at the hospital? I got to come back to work."
God, I wish somebody would record that shit. Yeah.
And she said,
As much
"Get
as you
out
laughed
there."
about me with this damn broken wrist, I would
Yeah.
have licked my butt off if I seen you
She
doing that.
said, "Get in the ambulance." I was like, "Are you serious? I can't go." She said, "Get in." So
I think there's nothing like that. I don't know what they're talking about.
I turned around. I was like, "Y'all go to the hospital. I'll be back." So we get in the ambulance. They strap me in or whatever. I walk in there, strap me in. She started asking me all these questions. She's like, "What did you eat?" And I told her what I ate. I said, "But it did not say on the box that it had bananas. There was no picture of bananas. There was nothing on the
Bullshit.
box."
It's on there. You didn't read it.
Okay. So yeah, it was on there. It was on the
Oh.
very bottom corner of the box in small writing that said,
All by itself.
all by itself,
Wasn't in the
made.
ingredients list.
No.
What
It
the hell kind
said,
of shit is that?
hell,
Is
I
it
know.
store bought? Did you get like from Wally World or something?
Yeah, it come from Walmart. But it wasn't like Walmart brand. It was a, I don't even
Like
know what kind of
like a
brand it
name
was.
brand?
Yeah, yeah. But
Well,
in
then
the
you think they
very,
put that up in front. Hey, anaphylactic
Yeah.
shock people. It's got nanners in it.
right,
Kind of like a peanut allergy.
right. But it was very small writing on the bottom corner of the box, and it said made with banana puree.
Oh, so they crushed up they mix it up like in a blender.
Yeah.
And put
But on the box, it shows that it's got blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. That's it.
and of course
No
you're not going to see
bananas.
a pureed banana in that. 'Cause
Right.
it's crushed to
No
smithereens.
bananas. Right. No picture, nothing.
Oh, my
bananas.
ass be calling that company and they be paying my hospital trip, my ambulance trip, my hospital bill, my time out of work. I'd be
What?
looking for a
Oh, no, it
settlement.
gets better. So
Oh boy,
we're in the ambulance, and from where dispatch is to the hospital, 5
it's
minutes.
not far. Yeah, right.
So she starts me IV. She said, "Here, take another Benadryl." So this is 4 Benadryls that I've had. She gives me another Benadryl in the ambulance. And
Damn.
we just turned on Hale Street. And she said, "How are you feeling?" And I said, my tongue is on fire. My cheeks, I can feel the inside of my cheeks are swelling. I can feel the gums around my back teeth swelling. She said, "Open up." And when I opened up, she was like, "Holy shit." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Nothing."
Was your throat like closing up like this?
No, my tongue was swelling. It was purple from it swelling.
Damn.
I was like, What's wrong? What are you talking
Hey,
about?"
listen, I know what to do if I ever have a problem
Yeah.
with your ass. I'm gonna, hey man, I just put some bananas in her coffee. Do it.
Hey,
Don't tell her you did it. Just puree some bananas.
So she
Put 'em in
slung this drawer open, and she pulls out this thin round. It probably looked like a pin, and she pulled the cap off of it. I swear to God, that needle was that long, and I was like,
EpiPen.
What?
Is
She's
in
like,
the heart, right? She got to the heart. Yeah.
No, she put it in my arm. She said,
Oh, I thought it was like a heart shot. Oh, okay.
No. She said, "This is gonna hurt. It's an EpiPen. I'm gonna go ahead and give this to you." I said,
I didn't think they were that big. I thought it was like a Victoza or like a
Hold on.
Ozempic shot or something, a little tiny
Hold
itty bitty needle like that.
Oh, Well, what she
Oh,
gave me was little. I mean, I guess this is just what they carry in their emergency in the ambulance and stuff. This is not
okay.
something that it's not like the ones they send you home with.
Oh, okay.
So
I was
she
getting
pulled the
a
cap
little
off and
worried.
she stuck it in my arm, and I mean, it didn't hurt. It wasn't bad. And we get
It's
to the
just long as
hospital.
shit.
Yes,
A
yes.
deep tissue shot.
Oh God. So we get to the hospital, put me in a room, and I swear, as many times as I've ever been to the hospital, I have never had that many nurses, techs, and doctors come in that room as I did that day. I was like
All hands
overstimulated.
on deck.
Oh yeah, like I have never had that much attention.
They
And
code 3 your ass as soon as you come in the hospital.
what's so funny is my head nurse was somebody that I knew because she used to be one of our paramedics. And so she
Okay.
used to always come into dispatch and talk to us and hang out with us. But then she went back to she went to nursing school. So now she's a nurse at the ER. And the first thing she did was sling that curtain open. She said, "Tina, what have you done?" I was like, "I ate something with bananas in it. I didn't mean to. I didn't know."
Like this.
Yeah. She was like,
I ate a banana.
yeah. She was like, "Tina, what the hell?" I was like, "I know I did it." And so
Damn.
she's like, I mean, everybody's scrounging around. The doctor come in. He was like, "Open your mouth up." I opened my mouth up. He's like, "Hmm." And the
Yeah, that's what I
girl
want to
that
hear from my doctor.
yeah, the girl that brought me from that was the EMT. She was like, "I already gave her a shot of epi, gave her another Benadryl. She's had 4 Benadryls, blah, 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 blah. Her heart
Yeah.
rate's up, her blood pressure's through the roof, blah, blah, blah." He was like, okay. He was like, "Open your mouth up." I was like, "Eh." And he was like, "Okay. Yeah, we're gonna start you on some steroids." He said, "We're gonna go ahead and put some we're gonna go ahead and give you a bag of fluids, and then we're gonna monitor you and see how you do." I was like, "Okay." So Casey goes out. She comes back in. She gives me the little thing of steroids through my arm, and she was like, "Okay, Tina." She said, "We're gonna go ahead and let this go through, and we're gonna, if you need anything, you let us know, And I was like, "Okay." She said, "If you need anything, press this button right here." I thought, "Okay, I see fine. I see fine." So I'm sitting there, and I'm just in there by myself. I couldn't text nobody. I couldn't call nobody.
Where was your phone?
It was there, but there's no signal in the ER because it happened so fast from the time the EMT got up to dispatch and ran me out of there to the ambulance. I had no time to call nobody or text nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, and I'm starting to get to where I can't swallow, and the back of my throat.
And they've already hit you with the EpiPen, right?
Yes. So the back of my throat.
Have they started IV on you at this point and stuff?
Yeah. So they did IV in the ambulance.
So did they give you all right, so you've had the EpiPen, which I don't know what the hell's in that shit.
Yeah. They gave me the Epi.
But they haven't put any, other than the solution from the IV, they haven't put a medication through your
steroids.
IV yet?
Steroids. Okay. They gave me steroids.
Supposed to start reducing the swelling and all that.
Yes. Okay. So
but it's not working yet.
No. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to all the BS that's going on in the ER. Man, I tell you what, that's the best. That's the best game. You know how you used to go to the mall and people watch. You could go to the ER and people watch all day long, and it's just as fun.
Oh, and it's horrific at the same time. Yeah,
so
all the same. Which is my best entertainment.
Yeah.
Like when this wrist broke and it looked like something to come out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
I was low key excited looking at it, although it was mine.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, and it was like I was trying to swallow, but when I was swallowing, it felt like it was coming back up. Like I couldn't. I was like, and my throat was starting to itch.
I understand that. So you're trying to swallow, which normally you feel go down,
right?
But it feels like it's stopping.
But
it's not going.
Like
it's like and maybe just
right.
Okay. Y'all, if y'all have never had that happen, that is a scary feeling because it starts filling up.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, am I going to be able to breathe through this?
And so
I get you. I'm with you.
So I was like, okay, my breathing's starting to get unstable and I'm starting to panic. And my throat was itching. So I was like taking my tongue was like,
do that again?
my thumb, doing that kind of thing. And I was like, okay, this is not right. So I pushed the button. And the girl comes over, the little income. "Can I help you?"
"Yeah, what's wrong with you? You act like you ate a banana or something."
Right. I said, my throat, my throat is starting to close up.
Well, let me try to reenact you in the hospital. This is 10. All right, here we go. I'm the nurse. I'm going to be the nurse first. You press the button. Can I do something for you?
Yeah.
I can't. I try to swallow. I can't swallow. I can't swallow.
I didn't let it get that bad first.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, my throat is it's real itchy and I'm having a hard time swallowing. And she said,
What you try to talk with
she,
your tongue is disturbing as hell.
she said, listen, she said, I'm sorry.
Shit.
I can't hear you. I can't understand you. What did you say? I said, Faye, I can't swallow it. I think my throat's closing up. And she was like, okay, ma'am, we'll be there in just a minute. And by that time, that curtain slung open, and it was Casey again. And she's holding the EpiPen. And there's another girl there.
EpiPen?
Yes. There's another girl.
So they're about to hit you again.
With the real deal.
Well, yeah.
So there's another girl in there that's a nursing student. She's in there because it's a teaching hospital.
Bless
She's a nursing
her heart.
student.
She didn't know what she was getting when she came to your damn room.
So Casey comes in and slings back the curtain. She's like, Tina, what the hell? What's wrong now? It's like, my throat. She was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And she's holding this EpiPen, and she's trying to teach this student how to use this EpiPen. She was like, turn this, don't stab it this way, because if you do, you'll stab it in your hand. You got to flip it over and stab it this way. And I'm like,
I'll be freaking the hell out.
Yeah.
Now, hold up. We're going to train her on me. This is life or death for me, y'all. Skip. I know you wouldn't better understand what you're saying, but I feel your pain and your concern.
So,
I get it.
I still had all my clothes on, right? So I was like, she was like, okay. She said, now Tina, she was feeling on my thigh. She's like, we got to stab it. She was telling the girl, you stab it into the meaty part of the leg. And she was showing her where then I'm letting there, whatever. And I was like, wait, we got to take my pants off. She was like, no, we ain't taking your pants off. This is made to go through your clothes. I was like,
yeah,
it is. What the hell? What are you talking about?
That's a real EpiPen.
Yeah. She said, Tina, you're going to hate me for this. She said, I'm going to end up bruising you.
It's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I don't care. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And she said, Tina, turn that way. Look that way. I was like, no, I'm not looking. Just do it. And she goes, bam. And she slammed that shit in my leg. And she said, and she's looking across from her because of the little nursing students there. She's like, now you got to count this 10 seconds. She was going 1, 2, 3. You can hear it click when it stops.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, oh God, okay, thank you so much, thank you, Jesus Christ. She said, we getting you a gown, we putting you in a gown, get these clothes off you, we putting you in a gown. I was like, okay. So,
damn.
Before all that, when I first got
wheeled
in there, I told you I had everybody and their mom in that room.
Well, they had nothing else better to do. It's a Band-Aid station. So.
Right. So this young little boy comes in, and I guess he was a student as well. Well, he had to hook the little sticky patches to me, to check my heart or whatever. They wanted to give me an EKG.
Yeah, hook you up to an EKG, yep.
Right. So he says, and bless his heart, I don't know how, God bless it, love him to death. If he ever proceeds in this job, kudos to you. But, he was so shy.
You don't think he's going to make it?
No, I didn't say I didn't think he was going to make it. But he was like, he said, no. He said, ma'am, I got to put these sticky pads on your chest because I've got to get an EKG on your heart.
So is he worried about you showing your breasts or something?
Yes. So I was like,
poor fella.
I said,
hey, you're going to have to get past that. You're going to be a nurse. Bro, you're going to start seeing all kind of crazy body parts.
I said, okay. And I was just sitting there and I was like, okay. And he just looked at me and I was like, oh.
Well, you was ready for anything because you want to get ready. You want to get better.
I was like,
I don't give a shit what you look at.
I was like, you're wanting me to lift my shirt up, right? So you're not going to, okay, I got this. So I lifted my shirt up. I told him, I said, you about to see some adult movies today. He was placing a real gentle, whatever. Well, he had to place one where my bra strap down here is.
Right up under you. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do that even on men.
Yeah.
They put them right here, right up under our breasts.
Yeah.
And they put them up here, right up on our shoulders.
Yeah.
And then they put them
on your stomach down here.
Yeah, like on the almost in the love handles.
Yeah.
And then they put them again on your legs, like down on on the right or on the inside of your calf muscle.
Well, I already had them there because they had put those.
Listen, I'm a pro at this shit over the last 6 weeks. I got a playbook now. Anytime if I break another bone or I'm going to tell the I'm gonna tell the EMTs what they're about to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the doctors and the nurses how they're gonna do their jobs. I'm gonna tell them where to stick the things they're gonna be sticking. I'm telling you, I had never been to medical school, but I could take care of you and your anaphylactic shock right now because of what I've been through with this sucker.
So when he got to the part where my bra was, he was like trying to ease it. Like he didn't want to touch my bra and lift my bra up. And I was like,
was he just bashful?
Yes, very, very bashful.
So if it'd been like a regular nurse, a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. They'd have just just popped your boob out and said, okay,
right.
Move.
He was very young. I'm going to say he probably was 20, maybe 21.
He's probably never seen a pair of boobs.
So I said, do you need help? Do I need to lift my bra up for you to do that? He was like, he said, yes, ma'am. If you could do that for me, please. He took the little piece off and he just barely pressed it on me. I mean, didn't even hardly touch me, just pressed it on me. So I was like, I'll put it on there for you, okay? So then when he got on this side,
on your body,
he would barely touch it. And I said, I got this one for you. And so he walks back to the machine. That's and he gets the little clips to start clipping them on. So when he gets down here to these two that's under my bra, I said, do you need me to clip those on for you? He said, no, ma'am, I think I got it. Jason, he was like this.
The dude was shaking, like for real?
I mean, he was like scared to touch me.
Why do you think he was so intimidated?
I don't know. I guess because he's a nurse. I don't know. And he was just like, I don't know if he thought he was going to hurt me or if he's scared if he was going to touch me. I'd be like, don't be touching me, you pervert.
It's not like it's not like you just got mangled in a combine. You have anaphylactic shock from eating a banana. He's not going to hurt you by putting these sticky pads on your body.
This is all before I had the second EpiPen. So then he's starting to clip on all the little things.
So we went backwards a little bit.
Yes. This was when I first got in there, when all these people were swarming in. Okay. So when he started hooking up the little things, he realized he forgot to put 2 more little patches on me.
Now, where do they go? Don't tell me, I'm scared to know.
On my stomach.
And those are not as bad, right?
He was like, ma'am, I missed 2 spots that I need to put on your stomach. I said, okay. And he's just standing there again, and I was like, oh, you want me to lift my shirt up? Okay, I'll do it for you. So I lifted my shirt up, and he just like barely
crying out loud, y'all. Listen, everybody who's listening to this podcast or wherever you're hearing this conversation at, if you're going to be a nurse, an intern, if you're going to go get your hours in for your schoolwork at the hospital, don't be hesitant to stick these diodes on men, women, children, or whatever. You're going to see parts of the body that you're not normally used to seeing.
Yeah. So he hooked the little things or what they're to it, and he was like, so he gets behind the machine, and I'm like, trying to breathe, and he's like, ma'am, you're going to have to be still. And I said, wait a minute, you going to be stern on me and be still, but you can't put them under my boobs and my stomach? You want me to be still?
Wait. Can you talk like that the rest of the podcast? The whole entire show? Please?
I was like, so you want me to be still? Are you serious right now? And I was like, okay, I'm just going to hold my breath. And then I held my breath, and then I could feel it. It was weird because I've had them done before, but I'd never felt it before. And it was like these little.
The what? You can feel. No. That's normal.
Oh.
You're not supposed to be able to feel those. No.
I felt it. It was like these little. Bzz. I mean, you could feel the little tingling everywhere he did it.
Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you're supposed to feel those.
I felt it.
Like a little electric tingle.
Yes.
Because so, and the reason I say I'm not professional.
If maybe the sticky things weren't pressed down hard enough.
Could be because I get EKG, ultrasound, and all that done every 6 months. For my medical issues like my diabetes and all that stuff. And they want to make sure my heart's good, so they do like a ultrasound and all that on my heart. Right. And I get stuck with those things at least twice a year.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I've had one done before, but I've never felt it.
Me either. That's the point I'm making. I get them done. I have got them done frequently since 2006. So it's been 19 years for me, and I've never felt a tingle from it.
I felt it. I felt it this time, but I didn't say nothing because when he first did it, I was like, I was like, ooh, okay. And then they started tingling in the spots of where they were at. And I was like, okay, that was weird. Maybe I was just feeling that because what I'm going through right now. So then he went.
Well, you were in shock. Get it?
Yeah. Hurt. So he went and took the little
You know,
things off, and I told
off
him,
the
I was
cuff
like,
comedy.
it's okay. I'll get these that's on my boobs. I get these that's on my stomach for you, so you don't have to touch me. And I was unplugging them all and just handing them
So
out to
you think he was more scared of putting his hands on you than he was seeing?
I think so.
What? You can't do that and be a nurse, man.
I think so. I think he
Listen,
was
you got to be
more
willing to put
like,
your hands everywhere,
yeah. But
right?
I think he was more of the EKG part side than being a
Mm.
nurse. Like he was a tech.
Electronic
Like,
tech
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, but see, even being a tech guy, you got to be able to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to be willing to maybe accidentally rub up on something and not mean to do it, but you got to be not bashful about it either.
Yeah.
You got to be adult about it, like accepting that could happen.
Right.
Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. Don't be bashful. I mean,
you don't want to go around feeling people up, right? You don't want to go, but you understand that you might have to touch a body part that you would normally feel inappropriate to touch because you have to get this person well.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
if you don't have that in you, go be a
in the wrong
carpenter or
position.
something. You need to go drive a bus or some shit, man. You don't need to put your hands on people.
Yeah. So, after all that happened and she gave me my EpiPen or whatever, she come back in after a few minutes. She was like, "How you feeling, Tina?" I was like, "Oh, much better. My throat, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm better. I'm better." She's like, "Okay, push that button if you need me again." I was like, "Okay." So I'm sitting there, and I hear, "Mr. George, go back to your room."
Who the hell's George?
So
George is a new character in our little show. Let's find out who the hell George is.
he's some guy that's in the room, catty corner to me, so I can kind of see because the curtain's open a little bit.
Yeah.
"Mr. George," I said, "get back to your room." You know, that mom's stern voice come back, and it was one of the nurses telling him to get back in his room. "Mr. George, we're not doing this today, Mr. George. Mr. George, no." And he starts walking.
Is he naked?
No, he had clothes on.
Oh,
she starts chasing him, and she grabs him, and she says, "We're going back to your room, Mr. George. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today."
Wait a minute, they're talking to him like he's there all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So obviously he's a regular. "We're not doing this today, Mr. George. Get back in your room. Get back in your room, Mr. George." And so she's trying to get him back in the room. When he goes back into the room, he comes out again. "Mr. George, I told you we are not doing this today. We're not doing Y'all, he's starting to fight me. He's starting to fight me." So one of the security guards come over there. You know, the security guards that's at our hospital are not allowed to touch people.
No. Yeah, they're glorified. They're not even.
They're not allowed to put hands on anybody.
They probably have a sidearm on them, but they can't put. They have to call the cops if they need to handle somebody. Yeah.
So, Casey, my nurse, gets over there. She's, "Mr. George, get in your room. Get in your room." So they get him in the room, and so the security guard comes and sits in front of his door. So then you hear the security guard, "Mr. George, nope, we're not going out today. We're not going out." And he's putting his arm out trying to keep him.
I'm liking George a lot more every time you talk about him.
And he said, "Mr. George, your mama's going to be here to pick you up any minute. Your mama's going to come get you. You just sit down and finish watching your Kim Possible. We're watching Kim Possible. Watch your cartoons. Kim Possible's on the TV. You finish watching Kim Possible." And I was just sitting there, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, "Mr. George, we're not doing this." I mean, this went on for like 20.
What is he doing? Just getting 30, up out the room and just trying to walk around?
Yeah. So, undoubtedly, he's nonverbal autistic because he never talked.
He's like on the very far end of.
He never talked.
Worst, like one of the worst parts of autism. Okay.
Right. Because I never heard him speak, not one word. But you could tell he was autistic because when he walked past my room, you know, they're guiding him or whatever to go back, and you could just tell.
His ass was testing them. He ain't autistic. He was testing them. That's exactly what he was doing.
So when his mom comes in to pick him up,
"Oh, hey, Mom, let's go home."
They were like, "He's all yours. He's all yours." He said, "Try to get out of here a couple of times. He's all yours. Bye, George. See you later. Bye."
And y'all are in the emergency room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why was he in the emergency room anyway?
I don't know if he had something going on and Mom took him to the hospital and dropped him off and left him.
"Hey, hon,
and they came back later.
Hey, honey, get your clothes on and your shoes. I'm going to drop you off at the hospital. I'm going to go shopping at Walmart."
I don't know if he was there for like a mental evaluation where they have to evaluate you for so many hours. And then she was coming back to pick him up. I don't know. But Mr. George was having his time of his life up there in the hospital.
Bless.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
George is the man. I'm sorry. George is the highlight of this story. Yo, EpiPen story sucks. George is the guy.
And George was he's like, peace
George, if
out.
you're listening,
I ain't
thank you,
staying
man,
in
for
here.
making my day. I appreciate that.
He said, we ain't doing this today. I'm tired of watching Kim Impossible. I'm going home. If I have to walk. I ain't waiting on Mama.
You know, I used to have to play the original Cars movie on VHS. Used to have to put it on repeat for Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I can recite every line in that movie.
Yeah.
The Pixar Cars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lightning McQueen was part of my life. And from 2009, probably all the way through 2012. Just
I used
repeat.
to play Annie all the time for Ashby.
Yeah.
In the Parent Trap.
Like the old Parent Trap? The old one or the newest one?
The new one.
Yeah.
With Lindsay
You remember
Lohan.
the old one?
Oh, yeah.
With the two twins?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I won't watch the new one. They can't top the old one.
No, they never can. But it's
No.
still good. But
If you say so.
So after they gave me that epi and everything, they had the blood pressure cuff on you. So,
Yep.
whatever, every 15 minutes.
They got all kind of shit on. You got diodes,
Yeah.
blood pressure cuff. You got this thing on your finger to check your heart rate.
So
If they got a catheter in you,
they didn't have no catheter in me.
they had
So
one in
every
me.
15 minutes, they was checking my blood pressure.
They had one in my pecker.
And
God, that's rough. I didn't want no damn catheter. I won't do that no more. You keep that tube out my pecker. I know it can handle a big tube. I get it, but that doesn't mean I want a big tube in my pecker. Anyway, keep talking.
okay. Big tube. So they come in there and they're like, okay, something's going on with your blood pressure cuff where your blood pressure is not reading right. I was like, okay. So they switched it around, moved it, pushed the little button, coming back.
Is your blood pressure tanking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be going down, not up, going down.
Oh, yeah. And she
You've
looked
been hit
at
with
it.
EpiPens.
Yeah.
George has been fucking with your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So she looks at it. She's like, okay. That's all she says as she walks out. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So 30 minutes goes by. I've done had 2 other blood pressures come through. Another person comes in. Different nurse comes in.
Damn.
Takes the blood pressure cuff off, puts it back on, starts it. Okay. Turns around and walks off. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not feeling no different. I don't feel faint. I don't feel sleepy. I don't
Just
feel
swelling
bad.
starting to go down at this point?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's good.
So another nurse comes in, the third nurse. She said, okay, we got to check your blood pressure because we think it's the blood pressure cuff. I was like, okay. So she takes it off, flips it over, wraps it around really tight.
Which I hate that.
Starts the machine. She said, straighten your arm out this way. So what I've been doing the whole time, did it like that and come back, same thing. It would never get above, the lowest it dropped was 81/53. And then it would go up to.
That's low, but it's not deadly yet. Yeah.
So then it would go to 84/51. And then the bottom number would start getting lower. And then the top number would float between 80 and 85. But the bottom number was staying low. So she walks out. And then a fourth nurse come in.
Damn.
And
They're
I was
training
like,
everybody on you.
I said, what you want now? He said, well, we're going to check your blood. I said, you are the 4th person that has come in here to do this. And he said, am I? I was like, yes, you are. So he takes it off. He flips it upside down the other way versus what the last nurse did. Puts it on, hits the button. And he was like, I was like,
Those people around like go, a lot.
So he walks out. And so we sit there. Casey comes back in and she says, so the time that we gave you your second epi, we have to monitor you. So we're going to have to monitor you until at least 1:30 to 2 o'clock and then see how you're doing. And then you should be able to go home. And I was like, okay. She said, but it depends on if your blood pressure comes back up. I was like, okay. So 1:30 rolls around. The doctor comes in and he was like, how are you doing? I said, much better, much better. And he was like, well, we seem to be having a little difficulty with your blood pressure. I was like, I usually have low blood pressure anyways. My blood pressure usually runs like 110/73. And he was like, oh, okay. He said, well, we're just going to monitor you about 30 more minutes and then we'll let you go home. I said, okay. So he leaves. Nurse comes in, takes my blood pressure again. She said, look, it went up. It went up some. It went up to like 85, the top number. They want the
That's
top
enough
number.
that's enough to let you go.
Well, they want the top number to be
100 or
100.
better.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that, but that's not
Yeah.
deadly.
Right.
85 I mean, if it was like 65, I'll be worried.
Right.
Yeah.
So she came back. She changed it instead of every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes. So it was slowly starting to come back up. And it finally got to 95. And I was like, am I still going to be able to go home in about 10 minutes? And she said, we want you at 100. So the last time she took it right before 2 o'clock, it finally made it to 100. It was like 100 over 51 or something like that. She was like, yay, we got to 100.
Yeah.
They ain't never rushed my papers in so fast to tell me to leave that hospital.
They're getting your ass out of there because you confused the hell out of everybody in there. They didn't know what to do with you.
I was just like, oh my God, I'm a walking hazard. They prescribed me steroids, told me to take Pepsid for 10 days because Pepsid has Benadryl in it. And I did not know that. I'm taking Pepsid, the steroid, and they gave me a script for EpiPen. Well, the EpiPen I got has 2 EpiPens in it, so I've got 2 EpiPens.
You keep one in your purse and one at home.
I got one in my purse, and then one is in my book bag that I take to work every day.
So you actually have 2 with you all the time.
Yes.
You probably shouldn't need to have 2 with you.
Well, I mean,
right?
If I'm at work, nobody's going to know to go in my purse. They'll know to go in my book bag. Because I told them, I said, y'all, here's where my EpiPen's at, and it's in my book bag.
Well, here, I got an even better idea. How about don't eat no damn bananas at work?
Well, I try not to. It's not like I meant to do it.
I'm just saying.
But see, such the dedicated person that I am with my job, I went back to work. I
know that. Yeah, I remember you talking like, what?
Yes.
I was reading the text. I'm like, hold up. You spent 4 hours in the hospital, got 2 EpiPen drills, got stuck in all these diodes and triodes and all this other crap, went in that anaphylactic shock, went back to work.
Yeah. So I left work at 9:30.
No.
And got back.
No, Tina, no. That's not okay.
Wait a minute. It gets better.
You're a 911 dispatcher. What if you had another episode on the phone? 911, what's your emergency? Oh, my arm's been ripped off. My soul's been thrown out the car. And you'd be like this. What did you say? Oh, excuse me. Wait, please repeat it.
So I get back to work at 2:30. And so when we called for EMS the first time, one of the guys in dispatch said, I'm calling downstairs and tell them just to step up here to check you. So when I get back to work, he said, you know what would be funny? If we was called downstairs again and tell EMS to come back up here, just to come back up here because they hadn't gotten their cookies yet. And I was like, do it. So he calls and he said, hey, can y'all come back up to dispatch? We got something for y'all, just come back up to dispatch. Dead silence on the other end of the line. She was like, are you for real?
That would have been the best part.
Yeah, she said, are you for real? He said, yeah, can you come back up to dispatch? So she hung up, and instead of one coming back, both of them came back and just stood in the doorway. And I pop around the corner. I'm like, hey, I'm back. We got a surprise for y'all. We got y'all some cookies. And they were like, time out. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'd have been the same way.
I said,
I'll be like, what are you here back for? Your ass should be home in the bed or something.
Like,
you know what would have been really funny? Here? If you'd come in with a bushel of bananas. Just walk in and say, I got everybody nanner. Gets it off the stalk, fresh off the stalk.
She was like, why are you here? And I said, what do you mean? I'm better. She was like, I was like, they had a hard time getting my blood pressure back up, but they got me to 100. And she was like, hold on. Was the doctor not worried that your blood pressure can bottom out again? Why are you here? I said, I had to come back to work. I had to. I couldn't leave. I had to come back to work. And she was like, I am not coming back to work. I'd have been home, into bed, recovering. I was like, well, yeah,
Well, you said you was worried that they were short-staffed.
Yeah.
Well, see, as soon as my employee would have went to the hospital with anaphylactic shock, I'd have been on the phone with everybody who's off work to try to call them to come in because I would not want her to come back.
This is the problem. The person that was on call was actually already signed up to work with us that day. So he was already working. So the on call was already working.
Oh, so you didn't have a backup to your backup?
We didn't have a backup. No.
Okay. Got you.
So.
You still should have went home.
After probably about 2 hours after I had been back to work, my head was killing me.
I bet.
It was hurting so bad.
Well, you had been through a lot of stress too now. So that stress caused some headaches on top of the headaches you already have.
And she was like, yeah, your head's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for a while because you're coming down off of that all that stuff.
So you ended up getting back to work at what time?
2:30. I left at 9:30
And you
on
get
the
off
dot.
at like 6:48 or some
Got back
shit,
at
right?
2:30. And I tell you, I was working the EMS and fire channel that day. And when I got back at 2:30, from the time I got back to work at 2:30 to the time I
Nonstop.
left at 6:30, it was wide ass open with
Oh
EMS.
boy, that's the
I
worst thing
had-
to happen after that.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. It was so bad. We've got 6 EMS units that I had 2 to 3 calls in the hole the entire rest of my shift.
Ooh,
It was
so
bad.
that busy. And
It
you're
was
the only
busy.
one dispatching those?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
So yeah, it was important for you to go back to work.
Yeah.
But that's also, I've been in stressful stuff. I have empathy for that because first of all, you're worried because you don't want the people you work with to have to try to double up on their work. And also
Right.
you worry about the community
Right.
because they need to have fast care, fast response times and all that stuff.
Now, before any
Yep.
of this happened, that whole morning was slow. I mean, we were not busy at all. But when I left, they said that the shit was hitting the fan. I mean, they were getting calls left and right. And
So the shit hit the fan probably the whole time you were gone too.
yeah. Well,
Yep.
what also was funny is every time that somebody would get wheeled into the hospital, I was seeing, who was that? Who was that? Where did they come from? What address did they come from? Do I remember these people? Do I know these people? You know, let me hear their address so I can see if, because, we have the regulars that we send the EMS to all the time to take to the hospital.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was like people watching. But, yep, my life, my story.
You got bananas in your house?
No, we do not keep bananas in my house.
Brian and Ashby can eat bananas, right?
Yeah, but Brian don't really eat them. Ashby loves bananas. But
I can't. I don't eat them because I love the flavor of banana, and I don't get sick from eating them. But I have a texture issue. Bananas have a texture that makes me gag.
That thickness, is it the thickness part of it?
The best way, and I've been telling Janae this for 30 years. It's been like that since I was a kid. I mean, Mom would keep, we had all the junk food and stuff too, but she would try to keep some healthy things like bananas and oranges and apples and all that. And I'd be like, Mom, I want to get me some Chef Boyardee noodles or something. She said, no, go get you a banana. Don't eat that nasty. Don't eat that shit. Go
I want some ramen.
Yeah, well, we didn't have ramen in our house. Not till I got older.
That's all you ate when we ate in my house.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, that's when we started eating ramen noodles. But she'd have bananas sitting on the counter, and she's like, okay, baby, if you're hungry, go grab you a quick banana. I don't have time to make you any food or whatever. I remember the first time I'd ever laid that I remember eating a banana. Because she said I didn't have that problem when I was really little, like 2, 3, 4 years old, when I don't remember eating bananas. But the minute I could remember eating a banana, I remember peeling it back, taking one bite off of it.
And be like, yeah.
It's not that it was nasty. It tasted fine.
Yeah.
It's the feeling of like.
The mushy.
The only way it was, yeah. I mean, it's like.
Do you eat mashed potatoes?
Yeah, I can. But see, and the thing about mashed potatoes, they're creamy. I like them creamy.
Yeah.
But with a banana, it's like.
Thick and moisty and slick.
It's
and
almost like eating it's like, to me, it's like trying to get through a wet sock. I'm having a really hard time explaining how that feels in my mouth. But that's the feeling I get, and it makes me gag.
I can't say I relate because I've never had a wet sock.
But throughout the years, throughout my life, I have always tried to go back to bananas because I love the flavor of banana, right? I like the taste of it.
Yeah.
So I'll go probably one every 8 or 10 years. I'll go grab a banana, see if I'm over my phobia of eating banana. Nope, it has not stopped. Nope, I cannot eat. I can eat banana pudding that doesn't have bananas in it.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
Yeah. So
I have a girl at work that makes.
Well, if it's got artificial.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: it can even be made with real bananas. However, the bananas have to be pureed. I cannot eat a chunk of banana.
Yeah.
But I can eat a pureed banana because you don't get that same. So essentially what's happening in my mouth is I'm pureeing the banana.
Right.
And I can't do that myself because it makes me gag. So I have to have them. I can have real banana pudding as long as it does not have chunks of bananas in it.
Yeah.
And if it does, I have to pick all the bananas out of it.
Yeah.
So I like to have homemade.
Yeah.
With
There's a girl at work.
The vanilla wafers and all that stuff.
There's a girl at work that makes the best banana pudding. Shout out to Carmen, my girl, my Swiftie fan.
Did she make one for you?
She makes me, because I'm not the only one that's allergic to bananas in there. We also have another dispatcher. He's allergic to them too. And so she makes me and him our own banana pudding, and then she makes the regular pudding for everybody else. But yeah, she
Okay.
makes us our own banana
That's
pudding.
good. That's good that she'll do that. Yeah.
And she's on my shift. She's on my night shift. So when she come in that night, she was like, Tina, what the world? You ate bananas? You know you're not supposed to eat bananas. Who gave you bananas? And I was like, I gave myself bananas. I didn't
You
mean
should say,
to.
girl, I'm a rebel. I'm going to try to eat them any damn way.
But you know what's weird is like
I'm not going to let bananas get my ass down.
the banana baby food that, that comes in the jar.
Like a Gerber banana?
I can eat it. Doesn't bother
But it's
me.
real bananas.
That's what they
That's
say.
real banana.
That's what they say.
What?
It does not
It cannot be
bother
real
me.
banana, Tina, because if it's no way that's real.
That's what I'm saying.
We're doing some research on that damn company.
Because I remember feeding my kids and taking a bite because I love it. And when Willow was little,
And it didn't bother you at all then?
Nope. And even when I was giving it to Brother and Willow, when they were, doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I'll be looking into that shit. That doesn't sound like a real banana because you get real sick when you eat a real banana. Well, Janae's got the adult onset of being allergic to shellfish.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So we went our entire lives in marriage together. I will make shrimp kebabs on the grill. And you know me, I'm a seafood freak. I love eating anything out of the ocean. So I would take these kebabs and I'd put, the kebab, put shrimp down the kebab and vegetables, squash, whatever. And then I would take garlic butter, melted garlic butter, and I'd baste them and then I'd grill them. Best thing you put in your mouth.
I bet.
It's just the best shrimp kebab you'd ever eat, in my opinion. But I'm biased. It's mine. I cooked it. But she would eat 4 of those kebabs by herself.
Oh, I probably could too.
Well, fast forward throughout the years, we ate that. I don't know. I probably did it twice a year. I didn't do it all the time because it's an expensive thing to do. So about twice a year, we did it for a while. And then all of a sudden, we went to Myrtle Beach.
Mm-hmm.
She had never had lobster ever because I don't cook lobster. I don't eat lobster. I don't like lobster. I've tried it. I've had lobster tail. I've had all kind of different ways to make lobster, and I just never could get a taste for lobster. Okay. So I guess I'm a liar when I say I eat everything out to sea. There's some things I don't like.
I love
like
lobster.
Lobster's one of them. Well,
you
we
don't
went to
like
Myrtle
lobster?
Beach. Something about the taste of it. I just don't like the taste of it.
Too oceany for you or too thick?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very thick. It's like a hogfish.
Yeah, it's
but I like hogfish. I can eat hogfish.
If it's cooked right. It's got to have that good garlic butter on it with some
guess where
Old
we
Bay.
went? We went to Red Lobster. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So we went to Myrtle Beach, but we're looking for like a mom and pop seafood place in Myrtle Beach. We don't want to go to Red Lobster. That's a commercial place.
Right.
But no, I guess it wasn't in season for the folks in Myrtle to have it at their restaurants. So I looked it up. I said, well, the closest place has got it's a Red Lobster. So we went down up to North Myrtle, which is where the Red Lobster was. And I ordered her and I a lobster tail. Okay. And whatever else sides come with it. She ate it, decided she didn't like it. And I'm like, it's an acquired taste for me too, baby. Well, anyway, we went back to the hotel. It wasn't an hour after she ate that. She may have took 2 bites of it.
Yeah.
And she is breaking out all over her body, getting these red whelps on her back, her face, and her mouth.
So she's starting to break out in hives.
Yeah. So that's when we learned that she was allergic to shellfish.
Yeah.
She can't eat shrimp anymore. She can't eat
remember
lobster.
that time that me and you and her and Brian met up at the Mayflower and ate, but she didn't. I had totally forgot she was allergic to shellfish, and we decided to meet
She
there.
got sick that day too.
She got sick, but she only ate chicken fingers, but she ended up getting sick.
It's because it was cooked on the same surface. Some enzyme that came off the seafood got on her food. And so her and I are very careful. Like when we go out to get something to eat, if they serve seafood, we tell them.
Don't cross-contaminate.
Yeah, but she told them that too. And it depends on the restaurant. I mean, some of them don't care,
No.
Her allergy, I don't know if it could ever get bad enough to kill her, but it's bad enough to mark her whole body.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is she can eat oysters, she can eat clams, but they're not considered shellfish. They're considered
crustaceans,
I think.
Yeah.
They're in a different category. So whatever enzyme is in shrimp, lobster, crab, and all that,
don't they have a higher iodine? They have higher iodine in it. Because I know that's why my sister Dawn can't eat shrimp, because they told her it had so much iodine in it.
Well, there was
That's what makes her
there's
allergic.
EpiPens in here somewhere for that. They're probably expired now. She probably needs to get new ones.
Yeah.
But I don't bring shellfish in the house.
Yeah.
Nope. If I want shrimp, I go get it as a prepared meal from somewhere, and then I will bring it home. But
What
I
about
do not.
scallops? Can she eat scallops?
I don't think she's ever had scallops.
Hmm.
Like I've eaten scallops. I like scallops.
I love scallops.
I love scallops with scallops and steaks is one of my favorite
Ooh,
meals.
yes.
So I don't recall, but scallops is not something that I would eat frequently. Something I might have once a year or once every
Right.
2 years. So, but I don't think she's ever eaten a scallop.
What about crab? Can she have crab legs?
Nope. Nope.
Mm.
Shellfish.
Ooh.
Yep. Can't have crab legs, and that's one of my go-tos. If I go to Myrtle Beach, I look for crab leg specials. Who's got the crab leg special tonight,
Heck
baby?
yeah.
Who's got the pound for $9.99? Let's go.
Yes.
I'm ready. Charles and I, when we get together, we eat scallops with steak. We'll actually cook it at the beach house,
Yeah.
scallops with steak, or we may go out and get it from one of the local restaurants up there.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I haven't eaten with him in a long time. Actually, I don't think I've ever eaten with him is crab legs.
Oh, I love me some
Matter of
crab
fact,
legs.
I've never eaten crab legs with a crowd of people.
And mussels and scallops.
Don't like
and
mussels.
shrimp. Really?
Nope. I like all the
Ooh.
other stuff. I like I can eat steamed oysters. I can eat raw oysters.
I done
I can
told
eat
you my
clams.
experience with my little oyster
Yep.
experience.
Yep.
Just
we got
suck
that
and swallow.
We
Just
got
suck
that
and
permanently
swallow.
documented on YouTube now. Don't go watch that if y'all want to. But I love oysters. Oysters. Here's my 3 favorites out of the ocean. Oysters. Cook them in whatever way you want. I don't prefer to have a raw oyster, but I prefer to be steamed.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
The thing about oysters with me is when I put an oyster in my mouth, my tendency first thought is to chew. And you're not supposed to chew. You're just supposed to swallow it.
Okay. Correction.
So where does
you're not supposed to chew a raw oyster. What you had was oysters on the half shell.
Yeah.
They were probably slick and slimy.
They weren't really slick and slimy. They were cold, but
they're cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't chew those because they become kind of, it's like eating a booger.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
why
you
do people
swallow those.
what makes them so good if you can't chew it to get that taste? Because
Well, that's like
I
me.
feel
I
like
don't
you're
like a
drinking
raw
the-
oyster because I like to chew my oysters, so I want them steamed. I want my
right.
oyster cooked.
So it feels
Yeah.
like you're swallowing nothing but like ocean juice, and
That's a raw oyster.
yeah.
That's raw as hell. Yeah, that's not cooked.
But I do tell you, when he told me to put the vinegar on it, that totally made the taste a
It
whole
tastes better.
lot
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, use vinegar, use
And
like
I've
garlic
never
butter.
used vinegar before. I've always just
Mhm.
done lemon juice and hot sauce.
Oh shoot, I put malted vinegar on all kind of things.
Well, now
Collard
I know.
greens. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love malted vinegar. But yeah, I don't eat raw oysters because of the feeling. Like I said, I have a texture issue.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't like the taste of a raw oyster. I don't like the feeling of it in my mouth. Blech. It's like
Yeah, I
eating a
told you when I
booger.
got it in my mouth, I was like, he was like,
Yeah.
swallow. I was like,
Yeah. But if you have steamed oysters, you can chew those. You can actually get
I've had steamed oysters.
smoked oysters. You can
I
get a
don't
smoked
like that
oysters.
smoky stuff.
Go to Walmart.
I
Get
like
you a
that
can.
smoky taste.
Well, then don't get the smoked one. Just get the regular cooked ones. Just get a regular cooked. They're not smoked.
Oh, the can?
Mm-hmm. Kind of
When
like a
Daddy-
sardine can.
When
A
Daddy would
peelable
make,
sardine can. Yeah.
when Daddy would make oyster stew, I would not eat the oysters in it. I would just eat the stew part because bleh, I felt like because Daddy told me, he said, when
I
you eat
put
the
that shit
oyster,
on a steel cracker, dude.
you're eating the poop and you eating all this, and I'm like, so
Same thing with shrimp.
no, I
What you
devein
think-
my shrimp.
I'm about to say, what you think's in that vein you eating in your
Mm-mm.
shrimp?
My
That's
my
doo-doo.
shrimp deveined.
I don't want my D-vein. Give me the whole thing.
Oh no, because when you start
Ain't nothing better than a cocktail shrimp, man. I love going to get that cocktail shrimp. The
Yeah,
big
but-
jumbos, cold, and some cocktail sauce, and the big
Oh,
doo-doo
yeah.
veins.
No,
they're
no
good.
veins. We can't
Eat the
do
whole thing.
veins.
Only thing I don't eat is the shell. The tail.
Devein. Devein.
Nope.
No.
Nope. I like eating shit too. It's good for you. That's right. See, I don't have a problem eating doo-doo. I don't know why.
I'm not even gonna ask.